Hey everybody, Justin Senior here. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to boost trust and protect customers' data the right way on Shopify. Let's jump right into it. And protecting customer data is super important. Of course, you need to do it the right way. You always need to be compliant. That's number one. And this kind of deals with things like cookies. And what are cookies? Well, small text files containing unique data to identify you. Basically a way that websites can track and identify what you do on their site, what products you're looking at, how much money you're spending, if you added something to cart, if you purchased something, etc., etc. These are all types of different kinds of customer data that can get sent over in an e-commerce store. And protecting data, it's not only required, but when you do it the right way, it helps you build brand trust and helps you grow your brand overall. And following all necessary guidelines and regulations, it's super key, it's super important for any brand that wants to scale on Shopify. And there are some pain points that you might run into. First of all, there's no built-in way to do this with Shopify. You're going to need to use an app, and the app must be super easy to use and require no prior technological skills. You don't need to be a coder or developer to use the app. And really, most importantly, the app in this case must be compatible with all the latest advancements in privacy regulations like Shopify Consent API, Google Consent, and really anything that is in that space right now. And that's why you're watching this video. And it's all about Consentmo. This is what I use. This is what I highly recommend. You see the link directly below this video. It's an incredibly powerful app here that's going to fully take care of your customers' data, and it's going to allow you to do it the right way. And you see the link again directly below this video. I'm going to show you the app page right over here, the Consentmo GDPR compliance app inside of the Shopify App Store. You see that near perfect 4.9 out of 5-star review on close to 700 reviews. And you see why it's really kind of classified as built for Shopify, which is really the top of the line, the highest award that you can get, the highest dignification that you can get from Shopify, basically letting Shopify users know that this app is very highly regarded, built for Shopify, works very well at doing exactly what I've been describing, protecting customer data with GDPR compliance and really all of the different compliances handled, whether it's GDPR, LGPD, CCPA, CPRA, the list goes on. And again, compatible with Shopify Consent API, with Google Consent Mode. This works with all online 2.0 store themes for Shopify. And really, it's not obviously useful in the US, but really useful anywhere in Europe, UK, Brazil. Virginia has their own, California has their own. More laws are coming, and they're going to be all built in to this app. So very highly recommended. If you want to do things the right way, you're going to use Consentmo, and you see consentmo.com over here. You can take a look and do a free website compliance scan over here and learn more a little bit about what you're going to get. We'll be able to go in here and install this app in a second, but you're going to get access to the cookie banner. It's going to give customers a way to interact with the privacy options that you're going to give them on the site. Cookie preferences as well, compliance pages, and it's fully customizable in terms of matching your brand, matching the look and feel of your Shopify site. Cool cookie scanner as well is going to allow you to see all of the cookies that are present in your store when a customer visits. So you can kind of see exactly what's going on there. And you could also translate this into other languages if you're an international seller. Again, you see the link directly below this video. You can see all of the different features that you get with Consentmo. Over 65,000 merchants using Consentmo. This has been out for over 4 years. 600 plus, almost 700 reviews, 50 million page views a month in Consentmo's compliance, and over 2 million consents a day. It's really just the #1 app when it comes to protecting your customers' data. You see 5-star review after 5-star review over here from businesses and stores and shops in all different types of niches. So again, you see the link directly below this video. All you need to do is press this black install app button and you'll get Consentmo into your store. So I'll go ahead and install this app. You'll just simply click install app over here to grant permission for the app to be installed. You'll then be able to go ahead and pick your plan over here. There's free plan, standard, plus enterprise, and you could also save when you go to the yearly as well. You see you get a nice discount by going to any one of those. You can come over here and take a look at the different things. Also want to call attention, they have great chat support and just support in general, a good knowledge base right inside of the app. So we're going to come over here, we'll click Choose Plus, and you can choose any plan that you want here. You'll get a free trial on here. We'll go ahead and approve this charge. And now we're on to the initial setup. And this is really, really powerful. We're gonna get quick setup, we're gonna get everything compliant, and you're gonna see we'll just walk through these settings right over here. So number one, choose the region that you wanna show the cookie bar for. Let's say we wanna do GDPR, and you hover over it, you see exactly where you're covering over here. Over here we got the California one, right? We see down here, we could do global as well if you're selling internationally, and we can go ahead and set that up. But if you have any specific ones, you could literally go right inside there. Now we're coming over here, we're gonna actually be able to design the look and feel of the cookie and preference bar. So these are gonna be the things that the customers will actually interact with and they'll actually see on the site. So we're gonna, of course, wanna make sure that this looks good. We have some different options over here, and you see as we kind of hover over here, getting some different color options. This store is actually red and blue, so we could probably pick between either one of these. I think I'll go with the nice blue here, they call it navy. Come down here and we could take a look at the different styles into each one, and let's say we wanna go with a more modern style, we could select that. You see the different options of how things are gonna pop up. Here's the default. I'll actually just stick with default, I like that. And we'll go on to the next step. Now we're gonna have talking about which cookies to be blocked on the initial visit. And this is really up to your preference in terms of, you might have some regulations that you want to constrain to. Bottom line is you can control everything, whether it's keep all store cookies until visitor opt-outs, block marketing cookies until visitor opt-in. You can even block functionality cookies, block analytic cookies. You have the ability to do individual ones. Let's say you wanted to do only opt-in marketing over here. This would be an example of that. A lot of people will do this one as their kind of choice. So you'll select your settings there. You could review everything over here, and then we'll click Finish Setup. And it's really that easy. You're going to be able to get compliant ASAP. And it says over here, almost done. We want to enable the app in our theme. This is going to actually allow for this theme to be shown. And what this is going to do is actually open up your theme settings inside of Shopify, and you're going to see a little widget. Turning that on, saving this up here. And now coming back, we can refresh the page just to make sure it's now going to check and show that it is installed. And now you see it in your store. Here's that little cookie bar over here. Go into the preferences, right? We set this actually in terms of the color scheme. Remember, we set that blue, navy blue setting over here. So that's on because we've turned that on inside of our theme. So very, very powerful, very easy to get this going. And one of the best features over here, you saw as I was going through the setup, the enable to specific regions setting over here. So if you want to just be, let's say, EU, EEA, and UK, you could do the GDPR over here, right? You could do Brazil only, or you could have multiple checks. We're doing all of them right over here since we're using a premium feature with the plan that I selected. Highly recommend it to jump into that. But you see the California visitors, the Virginia visitors, Canada, Japan. It's a really cool multi-region compliance setup over here, and more are coming soon as well. And this is all explained inside of that great support that I mentioned earlier. But going back to the dashboard, really, this is where users are going to be able to see all of the different data for policy acceptance, deletion requests, quota limits, right? Quick links to important actions and parts of the app. Of course, I just installed this a couple seconds ago, so we don't have any data in here. But this is really going to be where you're seeing everything, all the action of how people are interacting with their privacy settings on your store using Consentmo. Another amazing feature with Consentmo, you see down here the compliance pages. These are going to be automatically generated depending on which regions you selected. And in this video, I selected all regions, so we generated all the pages. But if you were going to just do GDPR, for example, it would go ahead and create that GDPR page. If for some reason you do delete these pages, you could actually regenerate them right over here in these one-click buttons. We'll take a look at the View GDPR page over here. You'll see everything auto-generated based on the information that's required, and you see it's all in good shape here, automatically done for you. And here's that page in action right now. And we can come over here pretending that we are a customer who's going to make, in this example, a GDPR request. So on the GDPR compliance page, come right over here to GDPR request. I'll go ahead and enter in the email that they're looking to make that request on. And this is going to give them access to all of the data that is being stored. So you press submit and just give consent over here. See your request has been successfully submitted. Check your email for more. So this person is going to get the data portability over here, the GDPR request, all the download of their data. And at the same time, we'll be able to go into the back end. Inside of Consentmo, we can come over here and take a look at the consent log. And as we come and scroll down through here, we're actually going to be able to come and take a look at data subject requests down over here, and you see the email address that I just put in here for demo's sake. So we're able to take a look at the data subject request, see what's going on over here, the source of the request as well. So literally all taken care of inside of this app. We can also fully edit the look and feel of this site, of this settings here in terms of the look of the bar and the preferences panel. And you saw it in the preview of the online store. In fact, I'll bring it up over here so we can kind of take another quick look. I'll show you how it looks in the online store, and then we'll be able to kind of see before and after how we can make changes. So of course you see it in the footer over here. Also, we have the preferences that pop up when you click preferences. They can accept. And when they click accept, that's when we would see them in the dashboard in terms of those stats that I showed you earlier. But let's say we want to make some customizations, right? Here's a little preview of it, of how it's looking right now. We use the default. We could also switch to classic. We could switch to modern. We could even change the opacity, right? Maybe you want to make it a little bit see-through. We can go 50%. We could set custom font families, right? You see how it's a little bit see-through on here. You could change the font size. Say we go up to 24. You want to make it bigger. Maybe you want to make it smaller, right? A lot of different options over here. You see it says default to 16. We could show the reject button, right? We could turn that on or off. This is a option for you to choose with the visibility. I like to have it off. You can show the close icon as well, right? That's good to have on in terms of closing out there. But we really want them to make a action here. So we won't show that. Preferences logo, we could show that as well on top of here if we want to upload our own custom logo. Nice little additional way for extra branding. And if you're really advanced, you could even do custom CSS and things like that. Adding request page settings, adding in JavaScript. There's also the HTML email settings here, where you could actually go ahead and set up your email HTML header and footer, make it look nice, brand it. So everything is really officially branded and kind of all coming from that same avenue saying, okay, this is a way that is very trustworthy, branded to the store that they're visiting, and really all about privacy and their protection. So let's see, I'll just, you can even take a look at classic. I'm gonna go to modern, okay, and we'll come up over here and press save. And now when we come back over here, let's take a reload and see how the difference is gonna look in terms of our bar now from Consentmo on the footer. We should switch over here into the modern look. So there you go, right? A little bit too transparent as you see here, but it's the different settings. So we'll come back over here. Let's go back to 100% opacity. Really just wanted to kind of show you how cool that does or could look. And then we're gonna go with modern 100% opacity. We also have the ability to change positions as well. Let's say we want it to come up to the top, right? We come over here and save that. So you have the full capacity to get these customizations in terms of the design. Also on the same end, you can customize in terms of the text with translation. And this is really powerful. Obviously you could set a language here for the default language, but you could also use translating content with Google Translate. Very, very cool. Another premium feature here. This is really incredible. It allows you to have full compatibility with any type of translation through Google Translate. So I mean, the list goes on and on and on there. You could even do manual translation. There's some information in terms of how to do that. Some cool integrations as well. Availability for you to kind of change the default pages over here in terms of the languages. And if you're just doing English, or if your store is based in the US or Canada, just stick with English here. You'll be in good shape. But you do have the ability to do all of that. And I'll walk you through the cookie bar as well. Really, really cool way to customize this. And this is going to be exactly what it goes on the website over here. And I'll reload this. You'll see the new modern one with 100% opacity. And you see the text, for example, that's going to pop up on the Consentmo guide. I forgot to put it to the top, right? This website uses cookies to ensure, and you see this now over here. This website uses cookies. Let's say we change something to, I'll call it this store. Just want to show you how quick and easy it is to change, right? You could also change a different link to privacy page, has that automatically linked over here. But we get full control, right? We already talked about colors, we talked about the styling, whether it's default, classic, modern. Now we have the ability to actually customize the text on here as well. As you saw, I made that small change. And another opportunity for you to add some cool branding. And really cool here, you have the full ability in the preferences as well to change everything that's in here. You see all of these things correspond to options inside of the backend tool here. So Consentmo GDPR really thought of everything in terms of the app. You have full ability to customize everything. You even have the ability to customize the cookie itself in terms of what type of cookie is being collected. Here you see the different ones that we can choose and the different actions that are being taken inside of that specific cookie. There's also a really cool cookie scanner, which allows you to scan literally all of the cookies. It's going to show all of the cookies that are present in your store when a customer visits the store for the first time. You can literally scan it right inside here, and you could schedule scans. Moving further down, we have the consent log over here. And of course, this is not going to show anything right now because it's brand new, but this is basically where you're going to have the ability to track accepted and blocked cookies. And this is really cool in terms of having this set up over here. When someone comes into the website and they accept the cookie, let's go ahead and do it. So we'll see that it loads up here. We'll come and click accept for the cookies. And now we're going to come back over here. We'll refresh the policy acceptances. We're going to see that we've been added in here as we actually just performed the first acceptance. And there it is. This was me just now. And it's going ahead and showing that I've given the consent for these different cookies based on the default settings that were in there under preferences. So really cool there. It's all there in the consent, and you're going to also see in terms of data subject request, deletion request, if someone requests to delete their data. You'll see all that right inside of the the consent log. And remember, they have lots of different support options here, chat, great FAQs, knowledge base. Make sure you take full advantage of that because it really takes this app to the next level. So that was Consentmo, and again, highly recommended. You see the link directly below this video. Make sure you jump into all of these exclusive features with Consentmo. They also have that comprehensive FAQ page and the support team, which is always there to assist. So couldn't recommend them any higher, I should say. Very great app, gets you compliant with all of those different regulations. Highly recommended. I hope this app helps you scale your store, and I'll talk to you real soon.